Greetings, everyone. Good evening around the world, wherever you may be. I am the Reverend Dr. Joan of Angels, and I am the founder of the Miracle Makers Club. And tonight you're live with me on, it is Miracle Monday, but the Miracle Makers Club, a group and a program where we look at how do we activate, how do we awaken to miracles, how do we step onto the miracle wave and really live the life that we have always dreamed we can, the happy, prosperous, or as my guest says tonight, she has a new word, positivity. She'll tell you all about it when she comes on, but how do we really align with our destiny? And so it's really the right time, the right place. The time is now. And so guys, I want you to just settle in with me tonight. And we're going to take it down a notch a little slower. I get so excited when I watch Time for a Miracle. It literally makes me want to cry because I do believe it is time for miracles on the planet. It's time for your miracles. It's time for my miracles. It's time for us as a planet, as one consciousness, to experience a miraculous, peaceful, balanced, harmonious life. And so that's what we stand for, and helping you learn to align your body, your mind, and your spirit to really go for it, to really feel confident. And what does it take to feel confident is a little bit of courage, a little bit of focus and intention, and a strong desire to really serve in a big way and to step out of your own way to have a bigger life. And so that's what we do in the Miracle Makers Club. And so I just wanted you all to know a little bit more. So tonight I thought we would start with a little bit of letting go and releasing, and a little bit of meditation and prayer. You know that it's a busy week here in America, and we want to make sure that we really tune into the energy so that we realize that, yes, there is a 3D world, and yes, there's a lot going on the physical plane, and we have the power through conscious, focused intention to create a shift. And research has shown that meditation can even clear the algae in a pond. It can calm, violence in a village. So we're going to apply that right now. And in our desire to awaken miracles. So I'm so glad you're all here with me, and it's really exciting that you come every week. You're like old friends to me, not old. Let me just rephrase that. Friends that I know I can look at, I can count on, I can love, and I can share this work with. And so if you want, do us a favor, write down where you're from. And our guest is from the UK, so we are going to be international tonight. So write down where you're from so that I can tune into you and you can tune into me. All right, good. And share us out with your friends. So taking a deep breath in. And it is such a beautiful night. And it is made more beautiful by the presence of those of you who really want to shift into a different state of consciousness. Those of you who know that there's more to our existence, to our life. So dearest angels, Mother, Father, God, we ask right now that we be filled, surrounded, and protected with the light. We ask for guidance, clarity, wisdom, and understanding. We ask to know the truth of who we are. We ask right now to be surrounded by our ascended masters, by our guardian angels, by the archangels, by the departed loved ones, by our spiritual team, and those who understand what our destiny is. And we ask to let go of anything that no longer serves us. Anything this life, past life, future lives. Anything this dimension, all dimensions. Letting go of anything, this planet, this galaxy, this universe, anything that no longer works. Anything outmoded, outdated. Rules and regulations that keep us bound and chained. anything that takes away the stirring of the desires of our heart to be unique and free and aligned, healthy, happy and prosperous individuals walking our soul path on this earth. And so right now, in the alignment of all of us around the globe, we ask to take in our hand a miracle seed, and imagining right now a seed like this orange that's in my hand, a seed that we will infuse right now with peace, with love, with the energy of harmony, with the energy of abundance and prosperity. And as we infuse the seed that is in our hand, imagine now that that seed represents the planet. You are holding planet Earth within your hands. And feel the pulse of the planet. Feel the heart of the planet. And feel how, as we let the energies expand within it, the energies of loving, the energies of alchemy, the energies of balance and peace and harmony, knowing that we can make a difference by sending our thoughts around this planet, so we can touch the hearts of each and every one and bring calmness in knowing that we all signed up to be here now. And that which is unfolding in both your personal life and the global life is part of the journey that we have all collectively signed up for, because we are the leaders we have called in. And this is our destiny. So with that, my dear friends, I want to introduce you to a beautiful woman. I met her recently. I think you all know that recently I joined up with Spirituality Gone Wild, the Untamed Club, a group of co-creators, all equally powerful in their teachings and in the ways they manifest abundance, wisdom, new thought, laws of attraction, music. Such an exciting group. And as I've become a part of Spirituality Gone Wild, I have decided to start bringing in some of our co-creators. So I'm about to introduce you to Serenity Sam. Okay, my positivity, law of attraction expert, but also a woman who to me actually radiates this peace, calm, centeredness, and knowingness. She has a lot of wisdom to share. I want you all to have love and patience for her, because it is actually 2 or 3 in the morning where she's from. And she actually said yes to being on the show before she actually asked me the time zone, and she didn't run away. So I want everyone to meet, let's see, what didn't I do right here? Oh, there you are. I want everyone to meet Serenity Sam. And so how are you doing tonight?
This morning.
Right. Oh God, we have to start all over again. How are you doing this morning, Serenity?
I'm doing so good. I haven't been up this early since I was about in my 20s.
What time is it?
At 3:10 in the morning. So I'm trying not to be too loud. I am quite a loud person. I get very excited. So
I feel your excitement already. I feel your excitement all the way over here.
I
So
do. Yeah.
I know. So tell us a little bit about what you do and how you can. Is this your real name, Serenity Sam?
It was a name that was given to me by my higher power quite a few years ago. It just, in meditation, it just said to me, you need to call yourself Serenity Sam. And I thought, okay, I will.
Oh my God, that's so beautiful.
I've always really listened. I've always really listened to my higher power, because, I've been a person I've had to hang on for dear life to a concept of spiritual forces in my life. I have had times where I've almost sort of done myself in through different pursuits. And so, my connection with a higher power has been so instrumental in my life. It really has held me for so long. And I always listen. I always trust my higher power. I call it an inner, my source energy as well now. But for the longest time, I did the 12 steps, and it was very much my focus. the focus of a higher power. So yeah, my higher power gave me the name. Like, okay.
That's incredible. And how long have you been working with this higher power? Like, so when did you come to this, obviously this transformation that happened in your life?
It was about 21 years ago.
And how did it happen?
Like most people, because I was on my knees, and I won't go into the details of my past, but just suffice to say that I just found myself in a very dark place, and I knew I wasn't being all I could be, and I knew I had to change. And I reached out to the concept of a higher power with with earnest seriousness, from my heart, really from my heart, and said, I really, really, want you in my life. And I will do anything it takes to activate that for myself, because I just know this where I'm going is not who I really am. It isn't. So, that's when it began.
Well, right. That is the journey, right?
Oh, the journey. It's just been phenomenal. It's just been, it's what I've learned on this path, and the things I've been able to get through as well with the help of a spiritual force, and I was pretty much an atheist before all this happened to me as well. I came from an atheist sort. My father was very, very atheist. My mother, it was more spiritual as a person, but never practiced anything, was never encouraged. It was sort of ever so slightly always sort of taken the mick out of in our family. And we're very realist, and like most people, just doing the best you can in the world. And I've gone down the path of being a rock drummer as well. And so I was down that whole path, and there wasn't a lot of sort of what you would call woo-woo spirituality going on. Though there was a lot of happiness, a lot of fun,
right?
A lot of fun, a lot of seeking joy. There was a lot of seeking joy, but it wasn't the sort of clout that now that I've found this spiritual connection. And that's what I'm all about, Joan. I'm all about connecting people up with that inner self, because I know how hard it can be to get it. And I know that it's confusing, and that, we just got to find our way to that light, that inner light. Because once we find it, for me anyhow, once I found it, everything made sense and everything fell into place. Everything fell into place that I have wanted and dreamed of. And it's the love that you feel once you've got the connection, and how your personal world transforms. How you see the world is everything, how we are perceiving it. But I really feel as though when we get through the eyes of Source, it's so much nicer of a place. The solutions come. I really believe there's always a spiritual solution to all problems as well. Personally, in a very, like my own personal life, Joan, I've been standing at the top of the stairs saying, I want to divorce that man down there because I just hate him so much.
Now, this is the man you're still married to, right?
Yeah,
and the father of your beautiful 27-year-old son?
No, he's not the father.
Oh, he's not the father.
He's not the father. But just as an example, we've had a falling out about something that we disagree upon, and I'll be standing at the top of the stairs saying, I can't do this anymore. I need to leave this house, and I just need to get out of here. And I'd be praying on the way down. I'll just be praying every step on the way down. Please, God, please just put the right words in my head. Please help me get through these like strong thoughts of, discord. Just help me get into alignment on some level. Help me just to love again. Just be praying and praying and praying. And by the time I got downstairs and got down to him, I'd be like, I'm sorry. Give it a big hug.
It's an interesting thing about disagreements and arguments too. I always say that if you're in an argument with someone that you care about, if it's about winning and losing, then no one's really won, because the winner is losing at the cost. The winner is winning at the cost of someone else losing, and it's not a win-win situation.
No.
And it is interesting. So tell us a little bit about how you work with people and what you do. your balance, your alignment, alchemy. I want to hear a little bit about that.
I think one of the first things in life for me is just so important is to live by example. Just being what you say you are is the strongest teaching of all. Because for me, I feel that everybody's got the answers and the intelligence within themselves. So I'm all about, it's not what I do. It's not what I even say. It's perhaps how you're being influenced by what I'm saying to get connected to yourself. So this is kind of what's going on. It's like I operate from a place where, I leap into action when I'm feeling the joy, when I'm feeling the joy. And then I think maybe someone will see that and say, I like that. Gosh, I'd really love to dance, or I'd really love to do music. And then I will say, hey, well, why not do it? I'm just like sort of that kind of person where it's like, well, what you need to do it, just start small, because it doesn't matter where you are, even if you're very far along in your talents or starting right at the beginning, it's just, you can always do something. You can always do something. And whatever that little something is a step on that journey in to discovering, more and more about yourself. And for me, it's my greatest joy to see people blossom and do stuff, like in my, me being the witness. I just love witnessing it. That's what I get out of it. So I work like that. I am not a sort of high flying kind of like coach or something like that. It literally is like, I will sponsor people from time to time. I call it sponsorship more than I call it coaching. I will take on people or a person. I don't even take on people. I take on a person because that's all I've got like energy for. It's like I get right into understanding what's going on with an individual, and then we work out the nitty gritty, and then off you go. So it's just like I'm a transition, passing through what I offer. But I'm very much as well focusing upon my own art and my own
Mm-hmm.
crafts and my own loves in life. And I think that is such a very powerful thing to be, because that's what you want. You don't want to spend all your time just uplifting everybody else as such. It might be part of what you love to do, but there's going to be other things that you really want to do that's going to take up a lot of your time, whatever it is.
Right. It has
You
to come
know.
from an inner passion and an inner joy. And you
Oh, yeah.
resonate that inside and out.
I love life. I absolutely adore life. And I love all the things that I've been blessed to be able to play with in this world. It's just so much to have fun with and be inventive with. And our imaginations are just the most wonderful places. Once we clear out the stuff that we don't want in there. I loved everything that you said, Joan. I loved your intro. Every word that you said resonated with me deeply, deeply. That is where my head is at as well. You know,
That is so sweet and kind of you to say that, Serenity.
it really,
You know
really
what?
is.
Thank you. I could feel the planet. I could feel this is a time where we need miracles, where we need to believe in like the power of spirit of source, that we can have a transformation here, that we can infuse the planet with healing. So
Absolutely. Everyone's got so much power within themselves. This is the thing. This is the
that's
thing.
right. That's
And,
right. And when
and
we,
through what we practice as well, you can practice this on a daily basis. So I think people like me and Joan, we've actually got things you can do. We've got
yeah,
ideas. We've got ideas about how you can get aligned. We're working on our own personal alignment on a daily basis. It's a moment to moment basis. It's not even a daily basis. It's a second to second basis. You can fall out of alignment like
because
that
we have those choices every second,
every second,
right
every
or left,
second of the day.
yes or no. I think about it. I've been recently ordained, and I had met Dr. Sharon last year when my higher self said to me, Joan, you're going to be joining a spiritual center. And it was
Yeah.
like, oh, and as she says, I said yes, knowing we have and I think that in our shifting of consciousness, it's saying yes. And it's
Yes, yes,
knowing,
yes is yes. Yes is your favorite word, and so is love. Yes and love.
yes, 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 yes to life. So I love your focus. I love your attitude, and I also I love the positive vibrations that you emanate with, because we get what we attract. What the vibrations we put out are what we call back in for ourselves. So when we put out the positive vibrations, are you still there? You look frozen. Let's see. Uh-oh, we've lost Serenity. She's either asleep. She drifted into sleep. I'm going to play around with the screen for a second. Serenity, Serenity, Serenity. We're going to remove her and put her back. All right, let's see if that worked. Now she's gone. Oh my God. Holy moly, I lost my guest. All right, we're going to try it again. Now I've completely lost my guest. All right, so just so we can be on alignment, I'm talking about positivity. We are talking about alignment, and I talk about body, mind, and spirit. She talks about it a little bit differently, but if you notice, it has to do with joy, love, happiness, more of the same. So our guest has been Serenity Sam, and I'm thinking she's going to find her way back to us unless she's having a Wi-Fi internet problem. So that was pretty cool. All right, so where are you, the rest of you from, by the way? I see an aloha, and I have some love coming in Washington. This is wonderful. So guys, there she is. She's coming back. She's coming back. Serenity.
Whoa, I don't know what happened then. It just drops out sometimes, this stuff. It ended on a nice note, though, I have to say.
It was on it, and you've come back looking just beautiful in that setting of yours, and you
Oh,
kind of remind me of being in the forest.
I've just bought
So
all these tapestries, Joan. They're so fun. I feel so
I
inspired by
have a
these tapestries.
tapestry. I'm going to pull out my tapestry because I'm inspired by yours.
They're
Just
fun.
so
They're
you know,
so
you do
fun.
inspire me. Let's see. Okay. All right, Pennsylvania. We have a Hawaii
Woo!
lover. Look, we have
Aloha.
a Washington, Santa
Wow.
Rosa, California. We don't have
Wow.
any of your London friends. I see that they didn't wake up.
They're probably wise.
All right. Okay. So, how do we use the law of attraction? I want to know how your thoughts.
The law of attraction to me is a double-edged sword once you know what it is. Okay.
Yes. Oh my
Oh,
God. That's so
okay.
well said, honey. I
I
love it.
know. In some ways, I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but we can
These are not
use
bad
this.
news. We don't use
But
that word bad. We do not ever use that word as news. This is the news of what we contemplate on and we
yes,
learn from.
yes. So we've got to be honest. We've got this is what I found my truth, and obviously you take it or leave it. This is what I say to everybody. You know what? Take what you like and leave the rest. It's just such a great way to live. If I say something that is useful, brilliant. If you don't like what I say, just forget it. Just move on, move on.
Serenity, you are brilliant.
But the law of attraction is that is what's likened to itself is drawn. So it sounds very simple, but when we think about it, things are attracting to itself, and especially in the mind. The
Mhm.
mind is a focusing tool. We can think about something, and then then another thought comes that is kind of like it. We've got like a database in our brains that we start pulling information up. As soon as I say cat, you'll be like, we used to have a cat. His name was Ginger. Oh, he used to run around the garden. Oh, he was really cute. Oh,
Mhm.
the cat died. Oh, my neighbor's cat bit me. Oh, and then you can go either down a nice little road, or you can start going down a pretty horrible little road.
Right.
And
You
the
can have
law,
the whole story.
Well,
laid out.
there's almost two roads you can go down with almost every thought. And a lot of thoughts will have a little bit of both. We'll have something a bit nice and then something not so nice. And what the law of attraction and the Abraham teachings in particular, because the law of attraction, a lot of people talk about it, but the Abraham teachings are specific. And I follow the Abraham teachings side of the law of attraction. So that's really good to know straight off. And
Okay.
I do think that if anyone wants to know any more about that, start YouTubing Abraham Hicks and jump right in. Wherever you are, just jump in and start learning the stuff that I've been so blessed to learn as well. And I really feel like it's the biggest blessing that's ever happened in my life. And I've studied some serious stuff. I've been studying spirituality and living it for a long time. And I can say hand on heart, this has been the most empowering thing I've come across in my lifetime so far. And I'm still alive, so other things could happen.
Well, no,
So,
it absolutely is. It absolutely is.
you know,
And one of the things that I've learned is that it's the vibrational frequency of what our intentions are and what we want to attract.
we have a point of attraction. We have a
Right.
and our inner being has a point of attraction. This
Yeah.
is a really massive thing. So we've got our human point of attraction, whatever we're focusing upon, we're attracting more things like it. So if we're always in a bad mood, we're always attracting people in bad moods. We're always attracting
Right.
things that we don't
The world
want
is
or
a very bad
disgruntled.
place.
you know but if we're happy and we're feeling good and our thoughts are leading in those directions, and things start getting so much better for us. And this is what I found even through the 12 steps before any knowledge of the law of attraction, that when I started correcting my thoughts into a more positive zone, and I was hanging around positive people and they were laughing and having fun and they were getting through problems in life and they were seeing solutions and they're being easy and soft about stuff and everyone's supporting and loving each other, I started being that, and then I started attracting that, and then I started feeling better as well. So it started there, but then like the nitty gritty of understanding the law of attraction came on my path through the Abraham teachings, and I really, really love it because it makes sense to me. So our emotions are spirit talking to us. Our emotions are always telling us how in alignment we are. If we're
Right.
feeling great, we're in alignment. If we're not feeling great, we're not in alignment. We're not in
Right.
alignment with our inner being's
Right.
perspective. Our
Right.
inner being's perspective is always of pure positive energy and sees everything from the eyes of broader perspective, intelligence, love, and inclusiveness. So this is very hard for us human beings to get our heads around, because we do want to put things in piles. We do want to make people pay. We do want justice. We do want, all this sort of negative energy to sort world problems out. I understand it. I get it. I get why we do that. But our inner being does not look at things like that. There's love for all. Everyone's got a shot at love. Everyone's got love being projected on them. And everybody's got the ability to get into alignment with love. So that is the perspectives that we're dealing with here, our human perspective.
Mhm.
And they're also saying that we are a manifestation of spirit in a big way. So we're more spirit than we are human. And once we sort of get that realization going that we've got the power of spirit within us, and we get into alignment with that, we can start manifesting all sorts of amazing things. Though it's not about the manifestations, it's about being
Well, the
happy.
universe wants us
That's
to
it in
have.
a nutshell. It's not in a nutshell. And for me, it's about being
Mhm.
happy. And it's about being happy because happy feels good, but also happy is where the high vibration is. That is where
Yes.
divine exists. So when we're in happy, and this goes contrary to our human sort of pull, we're thinking, am I really allowed to be happy when the world is in such a state? I don't know if I can allow myself to be happy. And this is all part of the journey into understanding other people have the right or have a focus. Other people have a law of attraction. They've attracted whatever the heck is going on in their lives, and it's getting either better or worse. Right. So we have to have compassion about this as well, guys. It's like the law. You feel compassion. You don't care what someone's done. If they're falling off of a building, you do feel sorry for them on some level. I
Right.
can't help but have compassion. It don't matter what. And so addiction is a bit like this as well. There is a tipping point where it's like, it's out of your control as such. And if we don't understand our thoughts, we don't understand we've got a point of attraction, we don't understand that we've got an inner being, and if we don't understand the importance of being happy, we're just going to be just floundering around wondering
Right.
what to do next.
Right. Plus our happiness is really the key to how effective we are. I always say, does it make your heart sing? Because if it makes your heart sing, you're at the highest of vibrations, which is the vibration of love, which is also the vibration of manifestation.
It is.
And
It is.
and I should share this little story. A couple of years ago, I was really in a kind of low state. And I went outside under the full moon and I asked for a miracle. And I said, well, just if you want me to go back to chiropractic, just send me a chiropractic office. Have someone give it to me. Now, I was in a very low state and I was depressed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about what kind of practice I would want, a lovely one in a nice area with paying clients, kind of a nice waiting room.
Yeah.
An entryway you can walk up to. No, I just said, send me a practice. Well, I did. I got a phone call the next day from the local chiropractor in town. He said, Joan, I'm leaving town and I'll give you my practice. I'll gift it to you. I'm going to walk away.
Wow.
Well, yes, but that practice was in a very tough neighborhood.
Yeah.
All right. It was, I would drive there in the morning and there'd be all these people walking around at 6:30 and I couldn't walk in by myself. I couldn't even park the car. Then these homeless people would walk into the waiting room and they all knew how to use the coffee machine. Anyway, but the point is that I didn't clarify, and I think this is where the double-edged sword, one of them of the law of attraction is. I didn't really clarify what I wanted. I just asked for a practice.
Yeah.
Show me do this. And I've discovered since then that it's very important to really set intentions for what you really do want. And as well, what you don't.
And this is the thing that we really want to keep on sort of reminding ourselves and everybody else, that through that experience, you were able to discern what you wanted.
And what I didn't want, yes.
So this is what it's all about as well. And then this is the law of attraction as well in a nutshell, because if we don't allow ourselves to have what we want, and we're always doing what other people want, let's say.
Right. That's such a beautiful thing to say.
I know. Listen, I know how much courage it takes to say what you want, especially when other people don't want what you want, or they shame what you want, or they don't agree with what you want. It takes a lot of courage to say what you want. It's down to self-value. It's down to understanding how much you love yourself and how much you love expressing who you are and becoming who you are. This is a big thing. This is a massive thing for all of us, because situations like that, what Joan was saying, she discerned. This is not good enough.
Well, I did.
Not what I want.
That which I thought was a miracle is a nightmare.
Exactly. And you had to let it go.
I didn't clarify what I had wanted. And so when we don't have intentions and focus of where we're going, life has a way of taking us off track to a direction, and then we find ourselves lost in dodge in a certain kind of way. I love the way you look at things, for sure.
Yeah, well, it's always meant to be, I feel, Joan. There's never a mistake. We're never making a mistake. We're always evolving into the light. Once you've gotten the taste of the light, you're always evolving into the light. You're always going there. You're always going there. It doesn't matter how far off you think you get off. You're back on again.
Right. And your calling is like a little compass in the direction, a little lighthouse and tower. And we just, keep going.
It's always there. It's always been there. It's always been there. Everybody here, now this is the law of attraction, and you can take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. Everybody here everybody who's here listening is in vibrational alignment with what is being presented. You have attracted us.
Tonight.
You have attracted us. I have attracted you. I take it on myself. I've attracted you. And it means that we are in communication about these subjects, and everyone's ready to have these conversations.
Everyone is ready to have these conversations.
And I know you've got the spark in you. Everyone's got the spark. It's all a matter of how much are we allowing it to come in? How much, and what is in the mind that is stopping the love? What are some of the subjects that we just say, love ain't going there. Love ain't going there. Love ain't going there. So we got to think about where are we not letting love in? And just on a daily basis, we just keep on allowing. Allow it, allow it, allow it. It's trusting it. I think you've got to develop a relationship with spirit that you trust with all your heart.
Well, yes. But you have to start. I think I love that you're talking about this self-love and letting your light shine. I see some of my beautiful friends still hopping on. But with the corona, we're still in the middle of this, quote, pandemic. And the biggest takeaway is this self-love. How each of us is going to respond has to do with how well we love ourselves, feed ourselves, nurture ourselves, go the extra mile. In one way, it's been interesting to be alone and to realize I really now don't have to be with people if I don't want to. I mean, I never had to, but I have more of an ability. There's a discernment that happens with your own energy, I feel like now. And it's actually, in a certain way, been very helpful. That everyone's out there learning how to take care of themselves again, maybe for the first time.
Oh, man. It's stuff like this as well, right? When it all hits the fan, all the work you've done on yourself leading up to this moment in time will have just put you in such good stead, with stuff like this, because, it's a traumatic thing that has happened in the world.
I see it as an initiation.
It's been amazing.
It's amazing.
For so many people, everyone's got a different perception. Everyone's got a different story to tell, and everyone's attracted something different out of it as well. Okay.
Well, right. I do, but I heard a voice that said, well, there's only one Joan of Angels on the planet. You use it or you'll lose it. There's work to be done. And I heard that call, and I've been hearing that call. And I think that's one of the things we're talking about when we talk about positivity. Because when you have a call, then you have a reason to leap out of bed in the morning, to be a blessing to yourself and to let your light shine, for sure.
It's made me love life even more, the whole thing. It has made me love people more. It's made me love myself more. And I've been able to work on myself, and I've been able to do all the things I absolutely love to do. And I've been able to develop. And it's made me really appreciate what I had before as well, all the freedom, having some freedom taken away. There's nothing like abstinence to make the heart grow fonder. Having all the people taken away, having things all taken away out of your control, totally powerless over decisions that were being made. And how one reacts to it. And like at first I sort of like kicked against, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm not wearing, I feel stupid wearing a mask. I don't want to wear a mask. It's like I grappled with it. It was like, Sam, you just got to wear a mask. It's like, for me, everyone had these issues to deal with. I've lost you've lost all the work. All the work's just gone.
Right. Or can I hug my friend? Can I let a friend in the house? Can I hug? But I'll tell you this, we meet every Sunday, Interfaith Spiritual Center worldwide, anywhere from 3 of us to 6. In fact, my ordination had a lot of people. And no one got sick. No one, because we had such a high vibrational frequency there. And we knew the truth about ourselves, that our body is in 100% working order, functioning perfectly in harmony with the universe. No one, every week, everyone is, because we all have our other lives, we come together on Sunday.
I mean, I like to say outrageous things as well, Joan, just because it's a bit of fun. I have read, and it's a stretch of the imagination, but it's going in the direction of where we want to be going with ourselves physically. I really do believe at some point in our existence, in our history, in our future, that we're going to be able to even grow our own limbs back. Okay, that we've got these abilities.
Oh,
So
that's different than wearing masks. Yes,
I'm
but
just
you're right.
saying,
You're right. We do.
this is how far the human mind is going to be able to go. That things like, coronavirus is going to be it's child's play when it comes to understanding the alignment with source energy, which is the dominant force of
Of the
well-being
universe.
and creation. You got to
Mhm.
just remember where we are. We're on a huge planet. We're in a universe. We're in a solar system. We can't even fathom the power that goes into making a star. Do you honestly think that we don't have the power to grow a limb back?
Well, you know that
Do you know what
it
I
is
mean?
true. No, it's absolutely true. We have those abilities.
Or
We have the
eyesight, correct
technology.
eyesight,
There are
everything.
psychokinesis. People, I've seen videos of people moving things with the power of their mind. It is absolutely possible. It's a matter about training, believing
Yeah.
that you can, knowing, focused intention. I was listening to a video today about remote viewing, about having the ability to go into that state of consciousness where you have to be in a very high vibrational frequency to do it, but to go into that other state of consciousness and literally see coordinates or see what's going on across the world in places you don't even know. I mean, it's totally possible, totally
I think
able
the,
to do
the
that.
biggest blessing that has come on my path now, Joan, is and just to go back ever so slightly, when I came across the 12 steps, one of the biggest blessings the 12 steps has given me was the right to define my own connection with spirit. That's the first thing. They said, all it is positive. That's all you need to know. All it is what you think is true love, real love, whatever you think is love. We're not going to tell you what it is. You have to find out what it is. So that was the first empowerment of my life that
Mhm.
changed my life, because up to then I've been shown Christianity, I've been shown this and that, and I thought none of them fit. None of it fits
Right,
for me. Right?
right.
I just cannot get into this. It's not me. But when I found the empowerment of, you are going to discover what it is, and we have no other information for you than that. Brilliant. So that opened up a door in my mind. And it was so serious what was going on for me at the time that it had such clout. And I saw transformations. Like, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing, Joan. I couldn't believe seeing alcoholics get clean, and heroin addicts that were like on the street become pillars in the community. It was, because I've been there quite a long time. I saw a lot of things happen. And so
Mhm.
it was incredible, this power. And the power was in the room. You could feel the love in the room. You could feel the joy. It was just like, whoa, it was like on fire with joy. And it was like, wow, there's something in this room, right? So I saw it, I felt it, I was doing it, and it was working for me. So it was like evidence, 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 right? But the greatest thing that law of attraction has done for me, and the Abraham teachings, just going into that, it's given me the right to be happy,
The permission,
the permission
the
to be
permission to
happy,
be
no
happy.
matter what was going on in the world, no matter what is going on in the outside of me. The world within is a beautiful place. The world within is full of intelligence. The world within is full of creations, inventions, helpfulness, fun, silliness, dancing, art, music. The world within is connected to a happy place.
The world within. So I love that. That's such just such a good place for all of us to be right now.
Yeah, because that's where you can you
The
can
world
have
within.
you can have a really compassionate conversation with anybody about anything without fighting them on it, which is a beautiful place to be. just understanding everyone's got a different development, everyone's got a different point of attraction, everyone's got a different broader perspective. Everyone is trying to find love. Everybody's trying to find love. How knocked off have they been? What are they
Right.
going through that they have had to
Mhm.
try to find love through, and they can't right now? They're still got the wall up and going, no, it bit me so bad I cannot deal with it. I don't understand love. I don't understand that word love. This is why it's very good to be talking about vibrations as well, Joan,
Well,
because
it's
it kind of puts a
vibration,
different
right?
spin on it. It puts a
Right.
different spin on it because
Well,
the
it is.
like the word God is connotated with all sorts of different ideas, and so is the word love. You think of word love, that guy that said he loved me, back when I was 16, didn't love me very much.
Well, right. So love is also tainted
Yeah,
in that way.
tainted love,
So,
tainted.
so it is because the words have a negative connotation, which is why when we started, and I think you said, "Oh, bad," and I said, "No, we're not going to use that word." And we use the words of "I love myself." I
Yeah,
had to correct my daughter because she had gained weight, and you know how people the bad is like, "No, I love myself. I love my body. I'm going
yeah,
to teach my body how to." Work in harmony, every little organ working well and processing our food.
yeah,
But this is the time for self-love and self-care for
yeah.
sure. So Serenity, before we go, tell everyone how they can find you or a little bit about your music.
Oh,
Last
I
word.
love, I love my music. My music gives me so much joy, and it's just my greatest joy for anyone else to love it as well. It's just magical. And um, listen, I'm only Serenity Sam. You'll find me if you ever want me.
Serenity
You will
Sam.
find me at Serenity Sam. Stick it in Google, up I come. But I do have a group as well going called Alignment Alchemy, and I am doing teachings and just shooting stuff in there that I absolutely love. All the people I'm working with, all the things that that I'm involved in. It's all over there, and I have a show every Saturday at 5 o'clock UK. And I'm also part of the Untamed Club as well. So me and Joan are both part of the Untamed Club, and that is a membership program, and we've got all sorts of stuff going on within that. So that is a membership thing, and then we've got courses, and we've got loads of free content in there as well. So
So
that's
you can
it,
find, yeah,
really.
you can
That's
find
it.
Serenity. Her show is wonderful, and it is
Oh,
on Saturday. So if it's 5 p.m. UK time,
9 a.m. PST.
9 a.m. Pacific time. Okay. And,
Yeah,
I was
12,
trying to
12 EST. I'm getting really good with the time zones.
5 p.m. Is that 9 a.m.?
So, no, sorry, 12
No.
noon
Yeah.
EST.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's noon California time, people. Okay,
It's
good.
9 a.m. California, 9 a.m.
I thought it's only 8 hours difference. 9,
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
11,
5 o'clock at night for
1,
me.
2, 3,
It's
4,
5
5.
o'clock. 5
Gosh,
o'clock.
even my math today. You're right. 9 a.m. guys. So don't count on me as a timekeeper and a clock.
No.
Okay, guys, you've just met Serenity Sam. She's in the Untamed Club, Spirituality Gone Wild. You gotta love her as much as I love her.
Oh,
You just have this sereneness of joy. And if I
oh,
were to sum up what I learned from you today, I'd
mm,
say I'd learned that it's my inner happiness. Like
mm.
somehow you have found a way to turn up your joy switch and align it with the rest of you. So I'm just so happy for you. And like
Oh,
Judy says here, I'm happy no matter what. Well, I'm just happy for you and happy
oh.
that you brought your wisdom to us.
Thank you so much, Joan.
For
It's just
sure.
beautiful and gorgeous. Thank you, everybody who showed up here. Just thank you so, so much for being here.
Guys, that's the Serenity Sam. Thanks, Serenity. Go back to bed. Do
Bless
you
you.
drink
Thank you.
coffee in the morning? Wait, do you drink coffee or tea?
I've got tea right here.
All right. Okay. Now I know you're not American. Okay. I love you, honey. We'll talk soon. Oh my God. Isn't she just wonderful? First of all, I love her hair. I just love the chocolate, the smoky pepper. salt and pepper kind of look. I used to have hair like that, believe it or not. And I had that gorgeous silver running through it with the dark. But I love that serenity, of that sense of joy and serenity. So I wanted to talk to you all for a little bit longer and just talk about a few other interesting things. So, this is really a time of, as we say, going inside, inner peace, inner strength, developing who we are, and really working with our thoughts. So the power, the law of attraction, I always like to say that it's like ordering eggs with bacon and potatoes. Well, I don't order it with bacon because I don't eat meat, but you want to get what you ordered. So if you order the wrong thing, so if your mind isn't made up about where you want to go, and sometimes we don't know the direction, but we can ask for a higher vibrational frequency. We can ask for a transformation that puts us on higher ground. We can ask that our path unfold in the highest of ways, but in always trusting that we are in the right place at the right time. And when I had someone tell me that, they said, well, Joan, I said, oh my God, I'm not on my path. I'm not on the path, or I'm not going fast enough, I think is what I said. I had an attitude about being a type A for mastery, right? Like a type A, right? You're going to elbow everyone out of the way to get there first to the temple, right? I don't think so. And it was sort of laid out to me with the realization that we're all in the right place right now. So each of you are at the right place for you. And you've had a divine appointment with Serenity and with myself and with the law of attraction to hear this information, to be activated and awakened. And I like to talk about, I'm going to put this up here so Serenity can see it. Thank you, Serenity Sam. Thank you, Lisa. Just to give you a little, because she's still watching. And so we want to, first of all, really start to focus on loving ourselves. So one of the benefits of this pandemic is that people have started to realize that their health is there under their, like having a joy switch. We also have a health switch. We have a switch to turn on our power. And I love to teach that. In fact, I teach these soul awakening sessions that in fact, I'm going to show you a little bit. I want to talk to you a little bit about this, but I teach these sessions, I call them soul awakening, that really help you remember and turn up this power. Sweet. That's the first video I ever really made like that. Just did it recently because I wanted to explain to you and help everyone realize that we all have a set point of awakening and activations and levels of activations and rememberings. And people come into our life for a reason. They come in to wake us up. They come in to teach us. They come in to give us a lesson. They come in to, quote, hurt our feelings so we can learn how to manage that. learn to be better people. Everything in our life is actually a part in a movie playing for us to learn, I think, how to really ascend, how to master, how to step into happiness and joy and a state of miracles, a state of grace, a state of prosperity and abundance, because Spirit wants us, Source wants us to have these miracles. Source wants us to have these dreams. And there's not anything that you are thinking about that wasn't inspired by maybe a download from your guides or your angels, or a prompting from that inner voice. And the key is always to get silent so we can hear it. Get silent so we can call our teacher, or get silent so that we can just clear away all that clutter, all that busyness in the outside world that was a distraction. You know, my daughter was here for 11 nights, and I would say it's the best time I've had with her. She's 30 years old, going on 31. I haven't lived with her since she was in high school, and even then she was with her boyfriend more than she was with me. But anytime I'd see her, I had to share her with her friends, and I got less, a night, maybe 2 nights, a night and lunch, Her friends were the most important. She'd come home from college and it was her friends. Or anyway, so here it is. She came all the way from London to be with her, quote, family, but really she came for a wedding and to be with her friends. And she couldn't be with her friends. So except for 2 nights, she was with me for 11 nights. And because the distraction was gone, we had the best time ever. And that's what I want you to get, because the distraction in the outside world is gone in some ways. Go within. There's so much to be learned from going inside now. We're still in that place that it's our thoughts, it's our way of being, it's our joy factor, it's our positivity, it's our alignment that really raises our vibration and then helps create a change, not for ourselves, not just for ourselves, but for those around us. So we say yes to our destiny. We say yes to claiming who we are. And I want to talk to you a little bit about the Untamed Club. And Serenity mentioned it. We are both co-creators in the Untamed Club. And in the Untamed Club is not just myself. I have the Miracle Path, which is a 5-day challenge, and it's fantastic. How to find your mission, your purpose, what you're here to do in 5 days. Well, it's a taste. It's a start to get you thinking. It's a leaping off point. I have in there also, which I love, the weekly miracle report. So every Sunday morning, 5 a.m. my time, which is God knows what time it is for Serenity. But I sit down, I meditate, I do the message for the week, and I've been posting them, but after the end of this month, they'll only be found in the Untamed Club. You can also get in the Untamed Club 30 days of Miracle Mastermind activations. So they're meditations. Look, I'm trying to get this word out as a one word of a meditation activation combined. And then Serenity Sam has just been putting her stuff in there. So we have her law of attraction and her materials, plus other co-creators that are in there. You're going to be meeting them over the next few months, but it is a wonderful place, much free work. So guys, tonight we really wanted to talk about raising your vibration, stepping into that state of positivity, that state of balance and harmony, and also give us a little sense of center as we go into this week, because it is Miracle Monday. It is the Miracle Makers Club. It is the state of grace that we want to see the entire globe in a state of manifesting miracles and circling that globe with the consciousness of miracles, the consciousness of peace, and the knowingness that all is unfolding for the highest good of you, of our community, of our state, our country, our planet, and our world. And know that we were born for this. So I love you all. And let's see, just want to share this with you before I'd say it's time for a miracle. Have a fantastic week, experience outrageous mastery, and I wish you really to hear your heart sing this week. Many blessings. See you same time next week. We'll have another fantastic guest and expect miracles.